Where should NASCAR take the 4th of July date in 2027? And I already know where the majority of the answers are going to say, and we'll talk about Daytona. Plus, this camera angle from the IndyCar race at Detroit from a drone has me absolutely mesmerized. I've been thinking about it every single day since last Sunday, multiple times a day. Welcome back to Break Hard. I'm Matt. Put up the motorsports schedule for this weekend on Thursday afternoon on my social channels, Break Hard Blog on Twitter. You can follow me on Facebook at Break Hard Blog and Instagram at Break Hard Blog. You can find it there, but we've got NASCAR in Michigan this weekend with ARCA, Trucks, and Cup. You've got IndyCar running in Gateway as a 9:25 p.m. East Coast start time on Sunday night. If you were mad about the Cup race in Nashville last weekend being too late, you're probably going to be absolutely furious when you hear that race isn't starting until basically 9:30 on the East Coast. Plus, you have Formula One in Monaco this weekend. It wasn't on Memorial Day weekend because it's now the first weekend in June. But let's get into what we want to talk about today. And we're going to start off with where should NASCAR take their 4th of July weekend date in 2027. Now, obviously, with the talk about the Chicago street race coming back in 2027, that likely means that Chicagoland is going to be off the schedule, or at the very least, it won't be on the 4th of July weekend date because they're not going to run two races in the same market separated by 4 weeks. What is this, Pocono? Of course not. They're not going to do that. So they're going to probably take it somewhere else. Where should they take it to? And I already know that the comments are going to be aplenty for Daytona because I posted this on social on Wednesday night and a ton of the comments were, take it back to Daytona. And listen, I get it, right? Nostalgia is really, really strong with NASCAR fans. And don't get me wrong, Summer Daytona was absolute scenes a lot of times. You have some very, very memorable moments there. From 1959 until 2019, the NASCAR Summer Daytona race was always on 4th of July or 4th of July weekend. So I get it, right? But it, of course, moved off of those dates, and we'll come back to that in a second. Where should they take it to, though? You've got a couple of options. They took it to Indianapolis in 2020. Didn't work out super well. Nobody really cared. Plus, it was 2020. Maybe it wasn't the fairest shake they could possibly have gotten from it. Then they went to Road America from 21 to 22. Okay, a lot of people showed up for that. It's a track that NASCAR has to rent. And there's some politics that go into that. Then from 23 to 25, they took it to the streets of Chicago for the NASCAR street race. That actually worked out really well. It kind of created a marquee event around a holiday weekend. The problem with that, though, is the city of Chicago doesn't want it on the holiday weekend because emergency services are already stretched very, very thin that weekend just because it's a holiday weekend. There's a lot of people out. A lot of people visit the city. They don't necessarily need a race bringing 80,000 people to the streets of Chicago to go along with it. So I can get behind that one. Sounds like it'll be the first weekend in June or the weekend after Memorial Day. Obviously, it depends on when Memorial Day falls. The weekend after the Sueños Festival, reggaeton and Latin music festival. Now, obviously, this year, taking it to Chicagoland Speedway. Is Chicagoland going to be one and done? I don't necessarily know yet. Obviously, we can run two races in the same market, right? Like we visit the same racetrack twice, a number of times on the schedule, so it can happen. Doing it at two different racetracks in the same market certainly would be different for sure, but it could definitely, potentially support it. Where should they take this race though? And 4th of July in 2027. I think there's a couple of options. Obviously, people are going to say Daytona. We already know that's probably not going to happen. It has to be a place people want to go, right? It's a holiday weekend. People want to be able to make a trip out of this. And hey, listen, if they want to take it back to Road America, I could maybe get behind that, right? Wisconsinites love to drink beer, eat cheese, and sit around and watch cars go by. Like that's just a national pastime up in Wisconsin. I could get behind it, right? They want to go camping. That's something they like to do. They want to go sit out in the grass and the sticks in the woods. Have at it, by all means. Like if they want to do it and NASCAR can make it work financially, then I can maybe get behind it. The races weren't spectacular, but hey, they definitely brought out a lot of people for it. Then you have to look at other places people might actually want to go. No offense to the people in Wisconsin. It's just not really a travel destination for a ton of other people. Then you look at a place like Miami. Yeah, it is a travel destination, but is it a place that you really want to go on 4th of July weekend? Plus, it's our championship race, so do you want to give it two races? Probably not. It just doesn't really seem like that's going to work. Nashville is certainly an interesting one, right? Just put on a really fun race this past weekend. Putting it on 4th of July as a night race could certainly play out really well. It is an SMI date, though. That is an SMI track. Does ISC, NASCAR, want to give up a marquee holiday date to them? I could see it happening, right? Like, obviously, they gave it to Indianapolis for 1 year. ISC doesn't own that. They went to Road America. ISC controlled the date. I understand it. But maybe they would potentially look at doing that. Then you look at a place like Talladega. Talladega on the 4th of July would be absolutely incredible. If Talladega had lights, I'd be all for it. I'd say, hell yes, move the Talladega Spring Race to the 4th of July, keep its traditional fall date there, give it the 4th of July date, because Talladega at night on the 4th of July would feed families for generations and also probably create families for a couple of generations on the boulevard there. So that might actually be too dangerous to even do that. All in all, it has to be a place people want to go. You can throw Vegas out there. It's got to definitely be a night race. It's going to be hotter than hell out there. Southern California could be fun, but of course, we don't have a race in Southern California. I don't think the San Diego street race is going to be on the calendar in 27. So everybody being like, oh, I'll take the 4th of July race there. I just don't really see that. Dover on the 4th of July, it doesn't have lights, so it has to be during the day. It's going to be hot. They already complained about it being hot there, so that just doesn't really make a ton of sense either. Now, could you potentially give it to a place like Bristol? That might be interesting. A place like Martinsville, a short track on 4th of July weekend night. Yeah, maybe you can get behind something like that. I think there's some definite places that you could potentially go with this, or maybe you create a new race out of this. I think the best possible option would be Atlanta, right? There's something about 4th of July and super speedway racing, right? We were so accustomed to super speedway racing on the 4th of July every single year when it was in Daytona from 59 to 2019. Taking it to Atlanta for their summer race would be really, really fun, right? I think it would be absolutely incredible to have it there. Is Hampton, Georgia, or even Atlanta necessarily a travel destination for the 4th of July? No, absolutely not. It's not a travel destination at any point, really, other than like if you're just transferring through there on a Delta flight. So it's not really a place that people are going to want to go spend their holiday, but it is a very fun race and people would absolutely go for that race. It is an SMI date, though. So it all kind of comes down to the politicking on the scheduling and how all that's going to work out. Back to Daytona real quick. Why won't we just go back to Daytona? Why doesn't NASCAR just take it back to Daytona? Well, there's a couple of reasons for this. Obviously, the last one was in 2019, and then in 2020, NASCAR started moving the 4th of July weekend race around, and the Daytona summer race went to August, that being the end of the regular season. And right there is part of the reason why this happened. NASCAR was able to give Daytona two marquee dates, right? The crown jewel of their track portfolio, that being Daytona, now opens the season with the Daytona 500 and also closed the regular season with the cutoff race before the playoffs. A race that people are going to tune into, a race that is absolutely unpredictable. It's a wild card. People want to go to it. That makes a lot of sense why they want to do it there. Then you factor in the city of Daytona Beach. Daytona Beach didn't need the race, didn't want the race on 4th of July weekend. That was already a major tourism weekend for the city of Daytona Beach. They didn't need the race bringing in 80,000 fans to help boost the hotel bookings and all the other things around because it's a holiday weekend at the beach. People were already going to go. So they didn't need the extra, bump that NASCAR was going to give it. But by moving it to August, that then created a new tourism weekend in August for Daytona. It helped increase the bookings for hotels. It helped increase all the revenue for the restaurants and shops and everything around there because previously in August, it was just your standard beach weekend. People would go, people would hang out, right? School's starting to get back into session. Things are slowing down a little bit. But now you have this NASCAR race there bringing 60 to 80,000 people to the city. And now all of a sudden people are booking hotels. People are getting dinner, reservations. I don't know. Can you get reservations in Daytona? I've never been to a restaurant in Daytona where I needed, I'm sure you can. But it's also helping increase sales in stores and everything else like that. People are playing putt-putt, buying ice cream, all the things that go along with that. And they're parlaying a vacation out of going to the race in August, something that previously hadn't happened for Daytona. So as much as everybody's going to say, take it back to Daytona, and I understand that, like I completely do. Like I said, it was really fun to watch it. I don't think that's going to happen. Now, there is the outside chance that maybe it could, right? Because we got rid of winning you're in. And the whole, catalyst of putting this race as the end of the regular season is you don't know who's going to win that last race to lock themselves into the playoffs. Now, of course, we can still get an absolutely crazy race and unpredictability on who's going to be into that 16 driver chase, right? Especially if the points are close around the cut line there. Things can happen to Daytona real quick and really mess up the standings. So maybe it does stay there, but maybe there's an off chance that they do move it back. I don't think that's going to happen. I think you'll definitely see a new racetrack on that 4th of July date in 27. But yeah, that's probably why we're not going back to Daytona there. I've thought about this IndyCar drone camera angle every single day since last Sunday, multiple times a day. I can't get it out of my head. So this past weekend, IndyCar raced on the streets of Detroit, and Fox showed off this camera angle. They did it back at the Indy 500, but it worked incredibly well at Detroit with its dual pit lane. It's a drone with an overhead bird's eye view looking just straight down on what's happening below it, and it's mesmerizing. As you can see on the video right here, you have cars coming down pit lane. It's slowly moving with the cars as they go down pit lane. They pull in their pit boxes, they pull out. You see the guys running around, pitting the car. It's mesmerizing. I want it to be my Apple TV screensaver. I want to watch this multiple times every single day, and I can't stop thinking about it. Dirt Vision has done something similar with the World of Outlaws, and it looks incredible there. And now all I can think about is how I want to see this happen at a NASCAR race. I want to see this happen down a NASCAR pit road. I want to see this happen at the street race, whether that be San Diego or the streets of Chicago next year. I want to see them just put it statically, just hanging above Bristol and Martinsville for a few laps and just let us watch this bird's eye view down. For the kids out there, this is what Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 used to look like, a bird's eye view looking straight down. Think of Grand Prix Manager, GP Manager, if you played that on your phone. It's just this direct overhead shot. But there's something about it that just makes it look a bit like a video game. Multiple people, commented when I posted this clip on Twitter, and they were like, it doesn't look real. It looks like a video game. And I know, I agree with you. It's fantastically well done. Shout out to, I believe, Hollywood Aerials that Fox works with. And shout out to Fox. It is seldom that you will hear me give Fox credit for literally anything. This is one of the times I'm going to do it, because I can't stop thinking about this camera angle. I would love for it to be at a NASCAR race. I would love for it to just hang out above Talladega and we can just watch the cars go around. Obviously, you have to really work on the lens and how you're going to be able to view it and everything, but I would like to see it go down a NASCAR pit road. Ideally, I would love to see a drone just be able to hang out above like the pack at Daytona or Talladega, even Atlanta, while they're racing, if the drone fast enough to keep up, and just give us that bird's eye view the entire time. You can kind of get it with a helicopter, but not as much. You could definitely really, really narrow it in with the drone. Just got to make sure they can go like 185 mile an hour. I mean, how difficult can that be? Regardless, I think it's incredible. I think it's really well done. I hope we see more of this. Shout out to Fox for doing something innovative, which we saw with Dirt Vision, but bringing it to broadcast television and doing it really, really well. Yeah, shout out to the camera operator for that too. So let me know in the comments where you think NASCAR should take the 2027 4th of July race. I know you're going to say Daytona. That's completely fine. And then let me know what you think about this Fox, drone camera shot. Would you like to see it at a NASCAR race? Do you not want to see it at a NASCAR race? Do you just not care at all? I don't know. Wait and find out. But like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on TikTok at BreakHard, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at BreakHardBlog.